Call of Duty Ghosts sucks? So welcome to Quick Shock. My name's Anthony, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Call of Duty Ghosts. I know, a surprise, right? I mean, most of you guys think if I touch this game, it'll probably burst into flames. No, actually, I have a few positive things to actually say about this game, and since this game came out, it's been kind of panned across the board, like, this is the downfall of Call of Duty. Even I've said that. It's kind of weird. You kind of see mainstream reviewers kind of go where the money goes. You know, when Call of Duty was making the biggest amount of money, you know, it was always like, oh, 9s and 10s, this game's amazing, they're revolutionizing. And the reason I know this is bullshit is because this is the same fucking game. They're all the same fucking game. And yet now they're giving them really shit reviews because like Battlefield's on the rise and Titanfall's gonna be the new big thing. So they're all gonna be like, oh, that game's amazing. Call of Duty, blah, blah, blah. So Call of Duty Ghosts. First off, let's talk about the single player. Everybody hated the single player, at least all the reviewers I saw. I loved the single player of this game. It's not the most amazing game in the world, but it's a dumb action movie. That's all this is. And for a dumb action movie, this is really fucking good. I played this game in one straight 8-hour session. That's right, I have no life. But the whole time the reason I sat through it the whole 8 hours is because I was engrossed in what was happening. It's short, like I said, it's only like 7-8 hours. I played it on normal difficulty. If you put it on harder, I'm sure it lasts a little longer, but I enjoyed every minute of it. I'll say that the single player is really well paced. I mean, there's a couple of stupid moments here and there, you know, cliche things, but otherwise it's just a dumb action movie. It's really well paced because it's short. They can pace it out so you never really get bored with one type of gameplay. You're just bouncing all over the place, doing this mission, doing that mission. It's a lot of fun. In hell, the final mission, I'm not going to any spoilers here, but the final mission jumps around to a bunch of different playable characters during this one final mission, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. Bouncing back and forth, seeing these events take place, and then it affects the other event, and it's good. This is probably the best single player Call of Duty since, hell, I'd say since Call of Duty 4. And the reason that is because this game is basically science fiction. The factions in it are completely made up. There's the Ghosts, the Federation, other people, whatever, but they're made up. So the game isn't tied down to these real life events where they gotta kind of keep it calm. They can just go all out. And also you play as an elite team member of the Ghosts, hence the name Call of Duty Ghosts. Because of that, it allows you to do these ridiculous things that were kind of in the other ones, but it makes sense now that you're doing these like ridiculously over-the-top action things because you're the best of the best. Blah, 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 you're the Ghosts. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game. I never got bored because it's short, but the final level, like I said, it's probably one of my favorite final levels of any game. I mean, just the spectacle of the mission, just the spectacle of the whole game. It's a fun ride to be had. I came up with this comparison. Call of Duty is like Transformers, while Battlefield is like Pacific Rim. Both are just giant robot movies, but one is just bland, stupid action, shove popcorn in your face, and the other one's a little higher class, a little more well put together, but they're both enjoyable in their own right. I mean, I go see Transformers movies because I want to see shit blow up, and that's what this game gives me. It gives me a shove popcorn in my face kind of action movie experience, and for that, I have no gripes with the single player whatsoever. I didn't get bored. So you know what? If you can borrow it from a friend, I say play the single player. Now the multiplayer. Now I know I said these games never change, and that's kind of true here. There's a couple of changes. There's no more like machine pistols. Now they're just regular pistols, which I like from Call of Duty 4. It seems a bit easier to die in this game where you take like a few less hits than most of them. But the biggest problem, I mean, it's basically Call of Duty. I mean, it has its fun moments. I enjoy playing Call of Duty multiplayer, and I know people are going to blow their heads off. Battlefield is fun for when you want to play with friends and a team, and I enjoy Call of Duty when I want to just get in quick and shoot people really fast. Just shoot, run around, have some fun. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna go move on. I enjoy both types of games, and I always say I don't want to compare them because they're two completely different games, Battlefield and Call of Duty. Two very different things. Anyways, the biggest problem with the multiplayer is the map design. That's my biggest problem with it. The maps seem so clusterfucky. Is that a term I can use? I'm gonna use it. Clusterfucky. What I mean is at any given spot in the map, you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways an enemy can possibly come and get you. And it's almost impossible for you to ever pick the right one. Maybe I just suck, but to me, the map design seems really segmented. Like an old map, the office building one in Call of Duty 4. Vacant. That's what it was, I think. You had the main building, it was a square, and a couple of little things off to the side. But for the most part, it was that square and a couple of little things. Now it's like there's every building in the room of vacant, and this and that and that and that and that. There's too many possible angles of attack. It makes it frustrating at times. Gameplay-wise, feels good. Call of Duty always feels good. Hell, I'd say sometimes Call of Duty feels better than Battlefield. Yes, I understand this one's not as realistic, but at least I can shoot people sometimes. It's still a fun game. Single player especially. If you can rent this and play the single player, you won't have a bad time. If you never dig the multiplayer, you're not gonna hear. It's the same thing, but I do think the multiplayer maps are a little jumbled and just not well designed. But that's just what I think. What do you guys think about Call of Duty? I'm sure every comment below this will be like, Call of Duty sucks. Come on, everybody played Call of Duty 4 at one point. Don't you look at me like that. Fucking everybody played that game. Anyways, let me know what you think about this game, and let's let the Battlefield versus Call of Duty war commence in the comment section. Also, like this video and subscribe to this channel so you can check out all the new videos we put out, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, do you like t-shirts? What's that? You wear one every day? Well, then you're going to love this. Introducing the new Culture Shock Network store. If you want to help out the show, get a t-shirt, and be an all-around awesome person, check it out. Click the annotation here or in the link in the description below.